Hey, what's up guys? I'm Adam. That's Darla back there. That's my dog. And this is a Making a Musician series where champion fiddler and master teacher Matthew Hartz teach me, nobody, non-musician, how to play the violin from the ground up. And so if I can learn, you can learn. And in the last video, I picked up the violin for the first time and in the plucking position, and Matthew had me plucking Mary Had a Little Lamb, and since then, I've been working on Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and the G major scale, all in the plucking position. Basically just trying to be in tune as I can, and in fact, Matthew recommended that I use a tuner to do this, and so what I would do is I would try to hit the notes, I'd put the tuner on and make sure that I was in tune with the notes. He said this is useful because this tells me if I'm in tune, and since my ear is still developing, and yours as well, that this can tell you whether or not you're right or not. And it's been very helpful for that. But with that being said, Matthew said to not use this as a crutch. So you don't want to always have your tuner. You want to really develop that ear. So put it on, try to land a note, hit it, see how close you are, see where you need to adjust, hear what that sounds like, and then take it off and see if you can hit that note again. I did that a ton of times where I put it on, play for a while, find all the notes in the G scale, and then I would take it off and see if I could notice the differences when I was in and out of tune, and I put it back on, confident that I was on when I wasn't, and thinking that I wasn't on when I was. And so I've gotten a lot better with that and practicing with this. And so this is a cool little tuner too. I found it on Amazon, super cheap. Real easy to use. I pulled it right out of the box and was able to use it, so that was cool. I'll leave a description, a link before. Very supportive for an inanimate object, actually. So I'll leave you a description for this. So yeah, just been plucking. Been very safe, comfortable, not afraid of sawing my eardrums off with the bow. But can't be scared your whole life. Time to grab the bow and start using this thing. So that's what we're gonna get into today. I don't know how Darla's gonna do with it. We'll see. I think she's gonna hop up and leave as soon as I start playing that thing. We'll see. Because she didn't like the plucking at first, but then she got used to it. But I believe in you, Darla. So anyway, I just watched the beginner module, all the bowing stuff. I looked at the holding the bow, the bowing technique, the wrist exercises, all that stuff. How to hold the violin, because I know I'm gonna have to get up in playing position. And so I think that's actually was probably a good idea. Maybe even before you pick up your violin and start using the bow. Maybe you just review all of them. Watch all the videos before you jump in. Like the whole thing where read all the instructions before moving forward that I never do. But I decided to do that this time. So I'm hoping that that advice actually applies here. So I think at this point I'm ready to grab the bow, which I have over here. I will say that Matthew did rosin the bow before he gave it to me. So I'm not going to do that here, but I think that's okay. I think it's pretty self-explanatory in his video. So I'm gonna grab the bow. Okay, and he said to grab it. Oh my gosh, I did not put this in a really easy position to grab. Okay, so we got the bow here. Kind of feels powerful. I see why kids sword fight with this, like he said. I feel like it's a lightsaber or something. But I'm not gonna defend the galaxy. I'm about to offend my neighbors. For sure. Okay, so tension, right? So I need to tighten this up. Can you see that? Okay, that's one turn, 2 turns, maybe one more turn. He said a finger space, but that's not the greatest indication, but that's all I'm going to go off of right now. I don't know. Maybe a little less. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm sure he'll correct me if I did something wrong there. Okay, so now I hold the bow, right? And I do first knuckle over the grip. Pinky on the end pin. And thumb under the frog. Let these things just waterfall down. I feel like I'm about to cast a spell, not hold the bow. Spells of disappointment. Okay. Does that look right? Sure. Gotta start somewhere. Oh, that feels a little better. Oh, okay, that feels good. How's that look? That feels good. Okay. All right. So now the violin. Keeping my bow. Watching the pegs as I pull it out. Urge. Dog's barking. I barely touched a note and a dog's already barking. That's not a good sign. Okay, so he said to hold it here. This feels very awkward and unsafe. Hold it here. And I'm going to set... Oh, I don't want to... I got a good grip, so I'm going to try to keep this grip held. Up on the shoulder. But nobody plays their violin here, so you just roll your shoulder over. And I took a little note. Where's my notes at? Oh, and shoulder and wrist straight. So, I'm not going to worry about wrist straight right now because, first of all, if you watched the last video, you saw that the wrist was kind of an issue for me. And we're just holding it right here anyway, so I'm not playing any notes. So I'm not going to worry about the wrist right now, but the wrist would normally be straight. Up on the shoulder, kind of rotate it around. Elbow, oh yeah, that's what it is. Elbow underneath, and that kind of all naturally happened. That feels okay. And then what, you put your chin here? I just noticed my shoulder rest. No! I have to put all these down. Okay. I gotta do it. Okay, I'm gonna put my bow here. Looks like I gotta let go of the wrist anyway, or the grip anyway. Bow down. All right, let's try the shoulder rest. Just gonna put this on like he said. How does this... I don't know if you can see this. How does this little contraption, no matter which way you hold it, always look upside down? Okay, so he said the big side, close to the shoulder, so here. How awkward do I look right now? Oh, that was easier than I thought. I think it helped because I actually had this pickup on here that he had mentioned in the last video. So that kind of, I knew that that was the only place I could put this thing because literally it wouldn't fit anywhere else. And then the other thing just slid right on. Okay, that wasn't bad. Okay, and this is probably a good time to tell you to not follow me, to go to the beginner's module and actually watch Matthew do this correctly, because I am a duck out of water trying to figure out what's going on. So, okay, back to what I was doing. So I guess I'll put this up first and I'll grab the bow second. So up on the shoulder, elbow underneath, wrap around. That feels good. Why is this? Oh, my chin is in the wrong spot. Okay. And that's how you don't hold the violin. Shout out to the beginners out there, just keeping it real. Okay. Yeah, this is like a documentary of what not to do. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. This feels weird. I guess that's right. Feels a little better. Should I try to take my hand off? Nope. Don't trust that. Oh, look at me. No hands. No hands. Okay, grabbing the bow now. Big knuckle over the grip. My thumb wants to go under the frog, which he had said is okay. Or I'm sorry, not under the frog, under the stick. But I'm gonna stay with under the frog for now. I'm gonna stay with under the frog for now. If he coaches me in our next session to back to the spells of disappointment. Okay. I guess this doesn't feel bad. This doesn't feel bad. Okay. Moment of truth. Hopefully I don't summon a dog choir here. Okay, I guess I'm going to go on the G string. And it's frog to tip. That was better than I thought it was going to be. How's Darla doing? Oh, that's fine. That's cool too. All right. I totally thought I was going to have like horror movie ambiance. That wasn't terrible. Okay. I'm in the midpoint between the bridge and the fingerboard, according to his instruction. So now I'm going to rotate my elbow down and try to hit the D string. little shaky there. I think I need to move a little bit. Ugh, that was more horror movie-ish. Not as good, but not terrible. First timer here, okay? Let's go to the other one. And the E string. Oh God, there it was. I'm gonna give myself a 3 out of 5 there. I was expecting a 1 out of 5. Rating myself 3 out of 5. Okay, I'm gonna just try to run through it like he has us do without stopping with the commentary. So. Got a little bit of the G string there. Okay, that wasn't horrible. I don't hate what's happened. I don't hate it. That's cool. I got this little, yeah, I see why people want to play with the thing like that. It's very sword fighty, lightsabery, wandy. Okay, so now for Mississippi Stop Stop. Because apparently saying random words helps with bowing. I don't even, okay. Mississippi Stop Stop. That's not right. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. That's not right at all. Need to double check that. Hold on. Hold, please.
This next pattern is called Mississippi Stop Stop. It's basically 4/8 and 2/4. And you start down bow and you go Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop.
Okay. I just checked the video because I wasn't sure. And hey, I picked up the bow. Got that pretty easily. I got that pretty easily. I don't know if it's right, but I got it easily. Okay, so Mississippi Stop Stop, but just on the syllables, I guess. So Mississippi Stop Stop. 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 Slow, Adam, slow. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Okay. Not as good as my other exercise. I'm going to do it one more time. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Mississippi Stop Stop. Okay, now we're getting into the rough stuff. I think that's enough of making you suffer through that. Let's do the next one, which is like the hamburger and fries or something. Hamburger, cheeseburger. Is that what it is? All right. Hamburger, cheeseburger. Hamburger, cheeseburger. I think that's right. I honestly don't really remember. I have the video right here. I should just look. Hold, please.
Goes hamburger, 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 4 burger.
Okay, just watched it. I was pretty close. He just kind of does more on each string than I did. And I made up the cheeseburger part. I don't know, maybe he said that at one point, but it's not in the video. But, okay, so hamburger, 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 cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Why do I keep saying cheeseburger? That was not good. I'm trying again. Hamburger, don't know if that was right, but that sounded good. Better, not good, better. Which is good. Okay. So those were the 3 exercises from, moving this slowly, the 3 exercises from the beginner's module, my attempt at it. So it's definitely going to take a lot of practice to get that tone right, but I don't think my ears are too traumatized. I actually thought that was going to be a little more traumatic for them. This bow I don't think hates me too much. So just as another quick reminder, this is not a how-to. This is me watching a how-to. So this is me attempting to do a how-to for the very first time. So make sure you go watch Matthew do this. I should probably stop pointing the stick at you so much. Go watch Matthew do it and then try to do it yourself. And then you can maybe compare how much I struggled, how much you struggled, or vice versa, or whatever that is. And so in the next video, I'm actually going to be sitting down with Matthew and going over these exercises. I'm sure he's going to push me to play a song, but this is where he'll be able to point out things I'm doing wrong and maybe some of the things you're doing wrong as well as supplementary to the beginner module stuff. I'm going to stop poking this at you so much. It's just tempting that you got it in your hand. So no more pointing it's rude to point the bow. Okay? That's what I need to adopt because I really want to point it every time I have it. So that's what will be in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me. And let's give a shout out to Darla back there. She didn't move. I thought for sure she was going to bounce on us in the middle of that. So I'll see you in the next one, and we'll see how Matthew helps me adjust my technique and everything.